You are cordially invited to Freddie's birthday party. It started with one invitation. I don't know anyone called Freddie, and I assumed it was sent to the wrong address. That was until I turned over the envelope, and there it was, my address. There were no contact details. There wasn't even a location for this party. Perplexed, thinking it was some sort of office prank, I ended up throwing it in the trash and forgetting about it. I asked some co-workers if they had received an invitation, but they all denied receiving anything. I had no reason to doubt this, and assumed that the invitation was for a previous tenant. Fast forward a week later, I'm sitting at home on the computer and I get a knock at the door. Slightly annoyed by this disturbance, I walk over and answer the door. "Package for, Sam Reynolds?" the courier asks. "Yeah, that's me." The office I work at sends parcels over as we are working from home, usually containing documents or booklets. "Sign here." The courier doesn't even make eye contact with me this whole time. I assume they're on a tight schedule. I thank them, close the door, and head back to the computer, package in hand. I didn't realize until this point that the package seemed a little different to the ones I usually received from work. I opened it with my knife I keep handy at the desk and immediately was struck by this foul stench emanating from the box. "Jesus!" I snarled. The odor was foul. If I had to describe it, it would be a mixture of sulfur and some kind of sour citrus fruit. Holding my nose, I peer into the box to find the crumpled up invitation I threw out weeks ago, along with a brand new invitation and an additional letter. Puzzled by this, I reach in for the new letter that I notice has been textured with crude writing. Apprehensive, I open it.
"It will come to party,"
crudely etched into the paper. I immediately throw the letter. It dances around like a dervish and lands face down on the carpet. On the back is additional writing. It reads, "Basement, 11 p.m. My eyes widened. The key to the basement door has been missing for some time. I've been meaning to call the landlord and have it changed, but since there isn't anything important down there, I didn't consider it much of a priority. A huge mistake in hindsight. A million questions raced through my head. I wanted to run away. I spent the next 10 minutes frantically searching for my phone that I hadn't realized was missing from the desk, so I bolted towards the house phone. I picked it up and dialed 911. There was no dial tone. A few seconds passed before my ears were instead met with a raspy voice that penetrated through the static.
"You're going to spoil the surprise."
I cringe in horror as I drop the phone and run for the door, which happens to be now locked. I sprint to the back door and try the handle to no avail, and made vain attempts to barge it open, but I was unable to move it. "What the fuck is happening?" I cry out. In an act of desperation, I grab the kitchen stool primed to throw it at the window. I lift it and swing the stool into the window. The glass shatters, making an enormous hole. I grab the windowsill, ready to climb through, when I hear a tapping behind me. I briefly turn around to see nothing, and without looking attempt to climb through the window when my face connects with the pane of glass. Baffled and confused, I look to see the window fully intact with the stool on the other side. My eyes widen, and I let out a primal shriek like a caged animal about to be slaughtered. In an act of pure desperation, I close my eyes tight and begin to slap my temple, forcibly attempting to wake myself from this horrible nightmare. But the pain is very real. I open them again and am met with the moonlight shining through the windows. Bewildered by this, I start to doubt my own sanity before promptly realizing the chair laying in the drive from my attempted escape. I am writing this now out of pure desperation. The time is 10:59 p.m. and I am terrified for my life. If you're reading this, I doubt that I will be alive. I think I just heard the basement door open.